Hello, in this video, I'm going to talk about a topic, okay? And I'm going to make 3 videos with this one recording, and I'm going to spread it out into 3 different videos. And what I wanted to do is I've developed my background a little bit more, and you can see I've got a screen here. I'm going to show something up on the screen, and that will basically be the overall topic I'm talking about. And then I'm going to try and unpack that topic for you. And if you have any ideas and thoughts about what I'm talking about, please leave it in the comments below. And I'll do my best to kind of explain it the best I can. Okay, so I'm going to still be making the guided meditations, and I really appreciate you guys watching them. So I'll keep making them, but I just wanted to also make these videos as well to just kind of talk about some other topics that I find really interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to skip to the next one. Okay, so here we go. So the first slide is stress is always the wrong direction. So stress and worry is always the wrong direction. And it always seems contrary to our instinct. Whenever there is a deadline, we all have the tendency to stress and worry about it. And in some way we feel like it is good to do this because we will take action faster than if we don't treat it like it's a disaster. The problem lies in our expectation of what is happening. We are believing that the issue is late or compromised, and so we can't do it in a relaxed way. But think about this. If you are to create a masterpiece of art, let's say, then the most perfect masterpiece is not going to come out of when you have this limited time perspective. And most of your thoughts will be on what will happen if you don't get it done in time. So just to give you an example, I can remember very clearly when I was a child completing a maths test. Okay, so I'm there writing the test. All my friends had already completed their tests, and I was one of the last few kids left in the classroom. The teachers in the room were already moving around and dismissing students. So my overwhelming thought in that moment was that I was behind. I was too slow or too dumb or missing out. The children who had finished were obviously wanting to get home. So they were making noise, preparing and wanting to get out. And my heart was like yearning to be with them and to not be left out of that escape from the school. So how much of my thoughts at that moment were focused on the math sums? A very, very low percentage. And it's not as though, maths wasn't my best subject, but I wasn't that bad at it. I was just consumed by anxious thoughts and feeling like I was not where I was supposed to be. I was mentally out the door talking to my friends when I'm supposed to be doing this test. So stress always takes our mind and tries to get our attention elsewhere, thinking about what our boss will do if we can't get the work done. It may help us act quickly initially, but over time, stress focused on consequences and doom and gloom just brings us down. Our focus is on putting out fires around us, not the overall goal, which is to be happy and to go from the heart. When we go from the heart, we can create work that is much better. We are also utilizing our body much better because we are allowing it to heal in each moment. Not cutting off blood flow to our vital organs for the sake of a deadline. Stress can put us into a very geared position where we are strong and ready for the fight. But think about this. Stress is designed only for short bursts. It allows us to focus deeply for a short period, but when it becomes prolonged, it is overwhelmingly detrimental to our bodies. Stress puts us into fight or flight and puts us into conservation mode. Our body is no longer healing, and we value quick action and results over long-term health. So when considering our health and well-being, our happiness, etc., being relaxed and taking action, when you feel like it, allows our body to be healing and restoring its energy naturally. Our output may be less frequent, but the quality is likely to be better, and our goals are much higher than when under stress. So we are actually moving much higher into what our dreams really are. And any sportsman or sportswoman will tell you that the real power in the body comes from being loose and relaxed. And stress obviously restricts that. Stress actually limits your awareness. It focuses on putting out fires, which means like immediate dangers around you, and takes your natural heart-centered choices out of the equation and makes us look outside of ourselves for motivation, boss, deadlines, peer pressure, that sort of thing. When we are actually slowly separating ourselves from ourselves, we're pulling ourselves apart. We move into the head, which is thinking and rationalizing. Feeling our way through things is actually more subtle when it comes to decision making. But the beauty of that is that when you make a decision or work on something that you need ideas for, you are doing things that are congruent with who you are, and you feel more connected to who you are. And that horrible feeling we all used to get in school when we were forced to write for hours and our chests knew that we couldn't write anymore. These are our feelings. This is how we know when we've had enough of something. However, over time, when stress becomes the norm, we don't even notice that we have aches or pains. And we are feeling low or bored or torn between what we want and what we have to do. If we don't know that difference, this is where addictions take place. This is where addictions take hold. Addictions are the antidote to a separated person who has pushed their own ideas down for so long that they no longer feel connected to it and need other substances like alcohol, drugs to feel better temporarily.